Big news has now arrived on Gunners. You want to know all the details, so follow me until the end of the video. But first, if you are in love with Arsenal, show your love and subscribe to THE channel now and turn on notifications. Here we post daily news and behind the scenes of the biggest club in THE Premier League, Arsenal. Thank you. 3 ways Arsenal can get the best out of Gabriel Martinelli. Gabriel Martinelli hasn't had the smoothest start to the season, but if there's one thing Mikel Arteta has made clear, it's this: the Brazilian still has a major role to play in Arsenal's future. The timing of the international break isn't ideal for most fans, but for Martinelli, a pause might actually be a blessing. After a slow start and increasing competition for his place, a brief reset could be just what he needs to rediscover his spark. With the arrivals of Eberechi Eze and Noni Madueke, and Leandro Trossard still very much in the picture, the left wing has become Arsenal's most hotly contested position. And while that could be seen as a threat to Martinelli's starting spot, it could also serve as motivation. To his credit, Martinelli recently earned a start for Brazil in their 3-0 win over Chile, which should do wonders for his confidence. And with the World Cup next summer looming large, he'll be eager to prove he deserves to be there, both for his country and his club. Here's how Arsenal can help him get back to his brilliant best. 1. A change of position. Let's be honest, the left wing is crowded. Arteta now has 4 international caliber players vying for that one spot. So, why not unlock Martinelli's potential elsewhere? While he's been less effective cutting in from the left recently, scoring just 5 goals since January, there's evidence he can shine in a more central role. One of those goals came at Anfield in May, when Arteta moved him centrally in the second half. The 24-year-old has experience as a striker and was originally brought in under Unai Emery as a versatile forward. With Kai Havertz currently sidelined, and Arsenal lacking natural pace through the middle, Martinelli could offer a more direct, dangerous alternative up top. He's quick, aggressive, and fearless in the final third, and if Arsenal want to be more vertical in their play this season, using him as a central forward might be the shake-up he needs. 2. Change the players around him. Martinelli's dip in form isn't just about him. It's also about what's changed around him. Back in the 2022-23 season, when Martinelli was Arsenal's top scorer, the left flank was one of the team's biggest strengths. Granit Xhaka, Oleksandr Zinchenko, and Gabriel Jesus created overloads, rotations, and space that Martinelli thrived on. Now, that chemistry is gone. Xhaka has left, Zinchenko has struggled with consistency, and Jesus, perhaps the most important link in that trio, is once again dealing with injury setbacks. The Brazilian duo had a natural understanding. Jesus often drifted wide, drawing defenders and creating the perfect channel for Martinelli to attack inside. But hope isn't lost. New signing Victor Gyökeres could bring that connection back. The Swedish striker also favors the left channel and loves combining in tight spaces, something Martinelli could benefit from enormously. Similarly, the introduction of Piero Hincapié at left back, who enjoys overlapping runs, could open up space for Martinelli to cut inside, just like he used to. And with Declan Rice thriving as a number 8, pairing him with Eze, whose creativity and flair could unlock defenses, might be exactly what Martinelli needs to regain rhythm and confidence on the wing. 3. Build his confidence, and back him publicly. Confidence is everything in football. And right now, Martinelli looks like a player trying to find his. Before the summer transfer window closed, Arteta was asked directly whether Martinelli could be on the move, and he didn't hesitate with his answer. Gabby has been a super important player for us, and he will continue to be very, very, very important, Arteta said. We need him, especially in the front line, both to start games and to finish them. I'm very happy with what we have. That kind of public backing can't be underestimated. For a player going through a rough patch, knowing that your manager still believes in you, even when you're not at your best, can be the difference between fading out and fighting back. Yes, Martinelli may lose his spot in the starting 11 temporarily, but to count him out would be a huge mistake. The season is long. Injuries, rotation, and form will all play a part. If last year taught us anything, it's that squads win titles, not just starting 11s. And Martinelli, with his pace, energy, and relentless work ethic, will no doubt have a big say in what Arsenal achieve this season. Conclusion. Gabriel Martinelli has always been a fighter, from his early days at Ituano to becoming one of the most exciting wingers in Europe. And with the right tweaks, a positional shift, better support around him, and continued backing from Arteta, there's no reason he can't get back to the electric form that made him a fan favorite. The spark is still there. It just needs a little fuel. As the Premier League campaign picks up momentum after the international break, all eyes will be on how Mikel Arteta reshapes his attack, and whether Martinelli can reclaim his place in an increasingly competitive frontline. The pressure is growing, not just from new signings like Eze and Madueke, but from Arsenal's fans and the media alike. Expectations are sky-high this season. After narrowly missing out on the title last year, the club has invested heavily and built a squad with depth in nearly every position. That depth, however, is both a blessing and a challenge for players like Martinelli. Where once he was an automatic starter, he now finds himself needing to prove his value all over again. But this is not uncharted territory for the Brazilian. At just 24, he's already overcome serious injuries, adapted to different systems, and played a key role in one of Arsenal's most exciting rebuilds in 2 decades. Now, the challenge is different. It's about evolution, not survival. If Arteta can guide Martinelli through this period, the rewards could be huge. A confident, in-form Martinelli gives Arsenal something no one else in the squad does: an explosive wide threat with elite acceleration, relentless pressing, and the ability to produce goals out of nothing. He's the kind of player who thrives in high-stakes moments, and Arsenal will need plenty of those as they chase silverware on multiple fronts. There's also the looming shadow of international football. With Brazil expected to take a strong squad to next summer's World Cup, Martinelli knows that his club form over the next few months will likely determine whether he's on the plane. That kind of motivation, if channeled correctly, could ignite his season. Behind the scenes, Arteta and his staff are said to be closely monitoring his workload and tailoring his training to reignite his sharpness. Sources close to the club have hinted that a new role, potentially as an inverted winger or even a second striker, is being tested in closed-door sessions at London Coney. Meanwhile, the fan base remains divided. Some believe Martinelli's ceiling is too high to ignore, and he should be backed through his dip in form. Others argue that players like Trossard and Eze deserve their shot based on recent performances. It's a healthy debate, and a sign of just how far Arsenal have come. Squad rotation is no longer a weakness, it's a strength. What's certain is that Martinelli's story at Arsenal is far from over. In fact, this may be the beginning of a new chapter, one that tests not just his talent, but his resilience. Arsenal have dreams of lifting the Premier League trophy this season. If they're going to do it, they'll need contributions from every corner of the squad. And when Martinelli finds his form again, and he will, he could be one of the key difference makers in that title charge. Because when he's firing, there are few wingers in world football as dangerous, direct, and determined as Gabriel Martinelli. I feel ready. Arsenal star offers boost ahead of injury return in latest update. Some encouraging news for Mikel Arteta ahead of Arsenal's clash with Nottingham Forest. Martin Odegaard is insisting he has fully recovered from the shoulder injury he suffered last month, putting to rest any rumours of a tug-of-war between Arsenal and Norway over his availability. Odegaard injured his right shoulder during Arsenal's dominant 5-0 win over Leeds on August 23. He took a heavy fall in the first half and, despite trying to push through the pain, was forced to come off before half-time. The following day, scans revealed he was fit enough to at least sit on the bench for Arsenal's narrow 1-0 loss to Liverpool at Anfield a week later. The 26-year-old midfielder managed to get on the pitch for the final 20 minutes of that match and has since travelled to join the Norwegian national team. He started in Norway's friendly against Finland last Thursday, but was subbed off at half-time as part of 4 changes. Speaking about his current condition, Odegaard was clear there's no lingering issue with his shoulder, nor any friction between club and country. Norway is set to host Moldova in a World Cup qualifying match in Oslo on Tuesday night. It hurt a lot at first, but now I've got it under control and I feel ready, Odegaard said. There was never a problem between Norway and Arsenal. I'm in close contact with Ståle Solbakken, Norway's coach. The club obviously wanted me available for the Liverpool game, and my only focus was to be ready. Odegaard's return couldn't come at a better time for Arsenal. With the team pushing hard in the Premier League title race, having their captain back at full strength offers a significant boost. His creativity, vision, and leadership on the pitch have been crucial to Arteta's tactical plans this season, especially as Arsenal looks to maintain their momentum after recent big wins. The Norwegian's fitness update also eases any concerns about squad depth heading into a hectic schedule. Arsenal face a demanding run of fixtures in the coming weeks, including the high-stakes clash against Nottingham Forest, where every point counts in the title chase. Odegaard's ability to dictate play from midfield, combined with his knack for crucial assists and goals, will be vital in unlocking tight defences. On the flip side, his swift recovery highlights the growing cooperation between Arsenal and Norway, A positive sign given the past tension some clubs have faced when players join international duty injured. The open communication between Arteta's medical team and Norway's staff, along with Odegaard's professionalism, seems to have smoothed any potential friction, setting a good example for future scenarios. For the fans, Odegaard's reassurance offers hope that one of their most influential players will be firing on all cylinders as the season intensifies. It also puts pressure on Arteta's squad to step up and support him fully, knowing that the captain is ready to lead by example again. Looking ahead, if Odegaard continues this positive trend, Arsenal's ambitions of lifting the Premier League trophy this season suddenly feel even more tangible. His presence not only stabilizes the midfield but injects confidence across the entire squad, exactly what Arteta needs during this critical phase of the campaign.